Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's a Sunday afternoon. I was bored, and I thought I'd take a video of my attempt at freshwater aquarium here. My first attempt. We got into this hobby, like many others, over the past year, 2 years, with COVID, and looking for something to keep our mind and our bodies active. So we decided we might give an attempt to get into the freshwater aquarium hobby, and so we did. We started out with a 20-gallon, and of course that wasn't big enough, so we had to move up. And about 4 or 5 months ago, we picked up this fluval shaker, a 66-gallon kit. It came with the aquarium and a fluval 407 filter and lighting and the whole shooting match. I've added to the tank as well a CO2 system, so I guess you could call this a high-tech tank, I suppose. But this is our first real attempt at setting up a freshwater aquarium, and I was fascinated getting on YouTube and watching some of these channels, amazing channels with aquascaping, plants and fish, and it was just so amazing to watch. And so when we got into this hobby, my wife and I, we decided that we'd go in for a planted aquarium as well. And so therefore we filled it up with plants, and this is our first real attempt at it. Being newbies, we have over the last year or so, we've certainly made some mistakes when we set up our first tank, not knowing anything about the hobby. We put wrong fish in with other fish, and overfeeding, underfeeding, all the sorts of things that I guess newbies getting into the hobby happen to them, and unfortunately the fish paid the price, or some fish paid the price anyways. But I think we're kind of over that major learning curve, and we've kind of got somewhat comfortable with what we're doing. Certainly not. We certainly don't know everything there is to know about the hobby. And so I thought we'd post this, and if anyone takes a look at this tank and sees, oh, geez, they're screwing up here or there, please let us know. So just to give you an overview, so this is our tank here, and we have our CO2 system here. It's an F zone dual stage, and it seems to be working really, really well for us. We have a 5-gallon CO2 tank, and then over here we have our fluval 407 canister filter, which has been working really well. We've cleaned it a couple times. It's not that difficult to do. It just takes a little bit of time, and just if you're methodical about it, it's quite a simple process. And this being our tank, and we have hardscaped all the material here. We got the river rocks from a local landscaper here, and the wood itself. That was when we moved into our home. It was in our yard, and so we figured, you know what, this might be worked out really good. So we cleaned it and boiled it and all that kind of stuff. And it took a while to get waterlogged, but eventually it did, and it fit. We thought quite nicely in here, so we give it a go. All the plants that we have, I don't know all of it by any means. I know we have some anubias. We have a java fern hiding in behind there. Got a little bit of moss, and a bunch of other plants. We got some grasses growing in the front here, trying to kind of carpet to a degree, and it's working out not too bad with the CO2. And you can see in the back there's the intake for the fluval 407, and up top there we have the outflows, and so we have a little bit of surface agitation, get some oxygen into the water as well. I think I may be putting an air stone in here shortly as well. And there's the heater that came with the package as well, and that seems to be doing a really good job. As far as stocking is concerned, I think we're okay for the most part. We have a dozen Harlequin Rasporas in here. We have 3 Siamese algae eaters, and we just love those guys. They're so fun to watch, and they're always busy working, cleaning, doing their job. We have a couple bristlenose, albino bristlenose, I believe they are. There's one of them down there. They're real characters as well, and they work hard. And what else do we have? We have, well, I guess mainly we have about 3 weeks ago, we picked up these angelfish from a local breeder here in town. And we put 6 of them in here, which may be a little bit too much for this 66-gallon tank, but they are juvenile, so expect that they will start to pair off. And once they pair off, we may rehome a couple of them if we find that there's too much aggression and that. It is a relatively tall tank, so as far as their finnage is concerned, we should be okay, but there may not be enough space in here for 6. So we'll certainly consider rehoming a couple if that's the case. We have some beautiful Pinoy. This is my favorite down here. Just beautiful fins on this character, and we have another one up here, and then we have three koi. There's one of the koi up here, and the other 2 are being kind of coy and hiding out. Huh? So anyways, we're just learning, being newbies into the hobby. We're learning about this, and there's probably a lot of things that we've done wrong, and there's a lot of things that we're doing wrong that other people say, oh my God, what are you guys doing? So if there's anything that you can help us out with that you see like, oh my goodness, you need to change this or change that, let us know in the comments below. That would really help us out as we go through this learning of this amazing hobby. We're only sad that we got into it at this stage in our lives and not earlier in our lives when. But anyways, we're having a lot of fun. We have this tank set up, and then we have another 20-gallon tank set up as well. And we're just getting ready to stock that one, and we'll probably have some neon tetras in there with some, maybe a couple honey gouramis, I believe, maybe a school of a dozen neon tetras, but we'll see how that goes. We're waiting for that one to cycle for us. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, and like I say, if you have any comments, please in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Take care.